Manchester City 2, Liverpool 2, and we've been treated to an absolutely wonderful game of football here. Two sides at the top of their game in a titanic clash, and at the end of the day, neither side managed to get the victory. As always, if you guys enjoy football reactions, please consider subscribing on my road to 700 and drop a like down below so this video gets out to more people. I do a lot of football related content. I'm going to start by saying the intensity of this game was unbelievable. Both sides pressed each other, both sides going for the victory, and when that happens, it tends to end in a draw. Man City started faster. Liverpool could not compete with Man City's intensity to start the game, and they got the goal they did deserve. There was a chance just before that when Jesus put it on a plate for Sterling, but Alisson came out and smothered it. 35 seconds later, Bruyne has the ball in the back of the net, and it comes a deflection off Matip, a wicked deflection, and that was the only way you're going to beat Alisson because he looked on top form today. The Liverpool keeper went off the post and in, and that gave Man City the lead after 5 minutes. But that's all that Liverpool needed, to be fair, because they started slow, and Liverpool do tend to start slow in football matches, but that was the kick they needed because literally straight after Man City scored, Man City dropped off, dropped back, and Liverpool started to take some control in the football match. And another goal came. Robertson over the top to Trent Alexander-Arnold, who pulls it back, and Jota scores back of the net, and that brought Liverpool back level. And at that point is where we started again, 1-1, 13 minutes gone, 2 goals, treated to a brilliant start to the football match. And then City started to take dominant again. It was like a seesaw battle. One was on top, one was behind, one was on top, one was behind. You could not keep up. Man City did manage to score to make it 2-1. Cancelo over the top, and then Jesus' perfect finish past Alisson off the crossbar and in. And that went into half-time. Man City with a deserved 2-1 victory. They did deserve it of Liverpool. Liverpool just didn't have the same intensity as Man City. They didn't press the same, couldn't have control of the football. They had a good spell in the middle of the match, but other than that, they just couldn't really get the intensity. But coming out in the second half, you could tell Klopp gave them a kick up the arse, gave them a good team talk because they scored literally 30 seconds in. Salah with a beautiful curve pass round to Mane, and Mane top bins finish. No keeper is saving that in the world. And that made it 2-2. And after that, both teams pushed. Man City did score, but it was just offside from Raheem Sterling, literally just as well. And at the end of the day, neither team could find the winner, and it finishes 2-2, a result that, let's be honest, it probably suits Man City. It really does suit Man City. Liverpool had to come here and get the victory, in my opinion, just because of the running of both sides. I'm going to transition to that, in fact. I've got the Man City and Liverpool fixtures to end the season. It's in all competitions, but I'm going to focus on the Premier League for both sides. Let's start by saying that Man City right here, they've got the easier run in. Look, they're playing Liverpool in the Cup. Look, that's the FA Cup. That's a one-off game. Anything can happen. The Wolves game is postponed, but they'll play that game again. Brighton at home should be a win. Watford at home should be a win. Leeds away should be a win. Newcastle should be a win. West Ham will be a tough game. And then Aston Villa at home should be a win. So the only tough game I can really see there is West Ham away and Wolves away, which Man City still do have the quality to win those football matches. Now let's look at Liverpool. Of course, I'm going to not talk about the Champions League or the FA Cup. Man United at home. Tough game, but I do expect Liverpool to still win that football match. Everton at home, Liverpool should win that. Newcastle away, should be in Liverpool win. Tottenham at home, this will be a tough game because Spurs in good form. They managed to pick up points from Man City earlier in the season, both home and away. This will not be a walkover for Liverpool, but at Anfield, I still do expect them to win that match. Aston Villa away, also a tough game. Steven Gerrard's side, Coutinho coming back. Southampton away, I know they just lost 6-0 to Chelsea, but that isn't necessarily an easy game. But I do still expect Liverpool to win that match. And then Wolves at home on the final day, that should be a win. But between the two sides, you got to say, all the teams Man City are playing are not any of the big six sides. Wolves and West Ham, winnable matches. Liverpool got to play Man United and got to play Spurs. So it's going to be an interesting run in. Man City do have the advantage, given the fact they did not drop points today. They still remain 1 point ahead of Liverpool with the same games to go. But at the end of the day, it's like, who's your money on? Like, I would not be confident saying Man City are going to win the league from this position. I would not be confident saying Liverpool are going to win the league from this position. Who knows? There's also the fact that both these teams have got other competitions they're playing in. Man City got Atletico Madrid in midweek in the Champions League. Liverpool have Benfica. They both play each other in the FA Cup semi-final. I think it honestly could be a case of whoever wins the FA Cup game, the other team might win the league, Like, it honestly could be that case. I'll be looking forward to the FA Cup game next week, the semi-final at it kicks off at 3:30, same time as the Arsenal match, but it is what it is. That's just the way it goes. Let's transition back to the match here. I mean, in terms of shots on target, it doesn't look like a game of many shots. Like only 11 shots for Man City, 6 for Liverpool. But you had to watch the game to see the way it panned out. It wasn't just the shots. It was the fact that both teams were gunning for each other. It was a lot of a midfield battle. I think Liverpool got away with some challenges here that they really shouldn't have, to be honest. I mean, Thiago could have got in the book. He got in the book a minute later. Then he performed another challenge that was lucky he got a foul before that. Before he literally lashed out at Bruyne, he could have got sent off. Fabinho was lucky to stay on the pitch maybe because he had a bit of a nasty challenge on Bernardo Silva. But yeah, other than that, to be fair, other than the scrappy challenges, Liverpool kind of rode their luck in periods. But in periods, Man City rode their luck. And it's exactly what I've been talking about this whole season. Man City like to dominate a game from start to finish. They like to suffocate you, use the flanks, possession football. Liverpool, on the other hand, they stay in the game at times, they buy their luck at times, but then when they play football, they play their football in moments and blitz you. It's exactly what I've been talking about this whole season. And it was on full effect here today. The impact and the style of both teams. Liverpool, yeah, they didn't dominate the game. To be fair, you could say they didn't control the game. But what they did do is in two spells, the start of the second half and the midpoint of the first half, they dominated. And in those two spells, they got their goals. If you had to say, to be fair, on the balance of the match, I'd say Man City probably dominated about 65 to 70% of it. Liverpool dominated about 30% of it. But it's about clinicality at the end of the day. Man City had the more chances and potentially the better chances. I'm thinking Riyad Mahrez at the end and Raheem Sterling at the start. Both should have scored. But then that's when your keeper comes out to save you, as Alisson has done all season long. As always, leave your thoughts of the match in the comment section down below. And please consider subscribing on my road to 700 if you're new around here. It was a great game. And I expect the games to follow to be good as well in the Premier League as we both count down to who is going to be the winner of the Premier League this season. I can't wait. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing on my road to 700. Drop a like down below. I've been Football and I'll catch you guys in the next video.